to be Jacksonville Beach this morning. So, Mark, boy, the wind is whipping, and you're getting a first-hand look at the conditions there.
Definitely, Mel. The wind has picked up this morning. It was calmer, and it's just making the surf not that great to surf. You know, it's the parents' worst nightmare when the kids go out and then they put their head down, they look up, and the kids are not in the water where they went out. And it can be very scary, especially when there's rip currents out there. So on this type of day, and certainly leading up into the weekend, always pay attention to the direction that the water is moving. If you see someone swimming, you see them drifting, just know that where the kids go out, they're going to wind up down the beach. Today is a perfect example. As these north winds pick up, the last thing kids need to do is go swimming because they're going to drift south. And when you have structures like a pier or a jetty, rip currents are accentuated and they pull swimmers out along that. And obviously a pier is not the place you want to swim around. There's no one swimming over there, but here you can see the waves are better. It's a little bit protected and there's several surfers. But from a bird's eye view, you can actually see the rip currents. It's always easier to see rip currents higher up. And you can see areas that are dark. That's where the water is rushing out. And right here close to the pier, you see the spume. Spume is foam on the ocean surface, and that shows the current getting pulled out, and where the waves are breaking, the water pushes back in. So what's also very important to stress is never panic. If you are caught in a rip current and you're swimming here, this is as far out in the ocean as you're going to get. The rip current head, the plume head, is right there behind these surfers. They're sitting in a spot that the current is no longer pulling them out. So you're not going to get pulled out into the middle of the ocean. If you can just have your wherewithal and try not to stress out, and if you do get fatigued, float on your back, chances are you're going to do very well because this is as far out in the water you're going to get. And then to get back in, you swim parallel or more at a diagonal and flow with the current to get back in, especially try to swim into some of those waves. Rip currents are high, but the waves are not as high as forecasted. They're running 4 to 5 feet, smaller than what the models are suggesting, from around 9 to 10 feet. But as these north winds pick up here today, there will be better surfing spots. Right now, the surf check looks like head-high waves, real thick waves spaced at 15 seconds. And as these winds pick up and the tide drops here at the pier, it might not be as good later today as what we're seeing. And the surf does peak today, but tomorrow, offshore winds, classy, it's going to be a better day. So, John and Mel, that's the latest surf report update live here from the Jacksonville Pier.
Wow, cool. I mean, rarely